Hello, my friends. How are you today and how has your week been? Mine has been quite interesting. I went to my dermatologist a few weeks ago just for a regular checkup, and she did a couple of biopsies and just kind of normal removals as they do. And last week, she called me and said that one of the biopsies they did came back as melanoma, which I'm finding out is actually quite serious, way more serious than I thought. I just thought, okay, no big deal. You'll get it out. You found it. It's a mole and the surgeon will just get it out. But I'm finding that it's actually quite a bit more serious and that it could have grown. It's quite an aggressive type of cancer and it could have grown and gotten really worse. But right now it's really, really small. So small, in fact, that the plastic surgeon was really amazed that the dermatologist found it. So just a little public service announcement before I move on with my message is that I really encourage you to go to a dermatologist and get yourself checked out. And if you live in Canada, this is free. It's covered under our healthcare system. So just you need a referral from your GP, but otherwise it's a super easy procedure and appointment. And I really encourage you to go because you never know what may happen. So I'm really sitting in an energy of gratitude right now that I was able to do that and that my dermatologist found that and that the plastic surgeon was able to get it out and that everything's going to be really good. So, but it got me thinking about just how crazy it is that small, tiny little things can really lead to big, drastic results, good or bad. And it was just so interesting how that is in our lives. And, you know, a lot of things that we do, we think, oh, it's just a small, tiny thing. It's not really going to impact me. And that's not really the case. And I was really thinking about that kind of from a little negative perspective in terms of, you know, small things that we do that we think aren't really going to cause anything negative in our lives. So just think about little small things like sneaking in an extra glass of wine during the week when you've decided you're only going to drink on weekends, or treating yourself to that second cookie when in reality, you've kind of been treating yourself to that second cookie every couple of days. So it doesn't become a treat anymore. Or even skipping a workout really for no apparent reason, just because you don't feel like it. And that can then lead to that becoming more of a habit where you're just skipping workouts. Or maybe even things like ignoring that email for just one more day. You just think, I'll just ignore it for one more day. No big deal. It's nothing crazy. Nothing's going to come of it. But in reality, maybe it may. Or, you know, a small thing like scrolling mindlessly on social media for just a tad too long. Like how many times have we done that? And we just think I'm going to just be on here for a few minutes and pretty soon it's been half an hour or maybe even longer. And really it's done nothing positive for us. Making excuses is also kind of one of those small little things that we think aren't a big deal, but eventually can add up just to make excuses and not do things that we say we're going to do. And that can add up to a really big deal. So it's kind of like that constant drip of water from a tap that can drive you crazy. It's just a really small thing. It's just a little drop of water. But if we're hearing it constantly, it can feel like a really big and really distracting and really annoying disturbance. But on the flip side of that, rain dripping into a bucket outside will eventually fill up enough to water some flowers. So again, it's just a small little thing, but it's going to lead to big results that are maybe more on the positive side of things. And that's just like in our lives. So the small things, even the really tiny things, all add up to big results over time. So things like just a few minutes of meditation, prayer, or silence each day. Things like a walk outside, even for just a few minutes. A small thing like texting a friend just to say hi. Maybe paying for coffee for the person behind you in line. 5 minutes of reading an inspirational book. Chopping up some extra veggies for tomorrow's dinner, doing that today. Maybe stretching your legs while you brush your teeth. Focus on your breathing for 3 breaths at some point during the day. Something that I've talked about lately is waking up each morning and saying today is going to be a great day. And then going to bed each night, remembering all that happened during the day that you're grateful for. So all these things seem really small and insignificant, but I promise you that they're not, and they all add up. So just like small little things that are negative or detrimental can add up to being really big negative and detrimental things in our lives, so can small things that we do that are positive and good for us and that we know are healthy for us. I think the challenge is that we don't always see the results, and we want to see results instantaneously. We live in a really quick gratification world, and that's not really how healthy habits work. So I really encourage you just to stick with those small things. Do something small every day that you know feeds your soul, feeds your mind, helps someone else. And I promise you that all those tiny little things will add up to really big results over time. So again, I hope you're feeling healthy. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're feeling peace and love in the world. And I'm sending that out to you as well. And as always, if you need help creating healthy habits or sticking to them or having some more ideas on how to do that, please reach out. That is what I do. I'm a life coach, and I help people create really great habits that they can lean into so that they can reach their goals and live a life that they want to live. So give me a shout, book a discovery call. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd also like to hear any other small, tiny things that you do every day that you know are leading to really great things in your life. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time.